that may be the root for many people of a lot of causes of pain and discomfort is just inflammation, heavy diet.
Right.
Sugar.
Right.
Sugar is the big one.
So if you get all of that out of your system, your body can, go to work on the stuff it has to go to work on?
Yeah, you get all that shit out of your system and your body doesn't experience inflammation from your food.
Right.
And if you're eating food that, like, grass-fed beef, or in my case, elk, or I'm sure vegetables are not bad for you. I just did it to try to find did it to try to find out what it's like to only eat meat.
Right.
When you have no carbohydrates, one of the things that's most amazing is that there's no crashing. You would eat and you don't feel any different after you ate other than the fact that you don't feel hungry.
Right.
Like you don't crash.
Right.
There's no ups and downs and peaks and valleys. My energy levels were amazing.
Really?
How quickly? Energy.
How quickly?
2 weeks in.
2 weeks.
2 weeks in, I noticed I felt amazing.
Really?
And I was shedding weight. I was shedding a lot of weight. I think it was like 7 pounds down 2 weeks in.
Jeez.
Now I'm 12 pounds down, 12-ish, something like that. I was 193 this morning. I was weighing about 205 before I started this diet.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, oh man.
I feel a lot better. Rolling. So, I did the carnivore diet for all of January. I lost 12 pounds, gained a ton of energy. My energy levels were completely flat the whole month. No ups and downs from crashing after eating. I had a belly. A lot of people made fun of me, fat shamed me. I lost all my fat. I lost all the belly. I lost my love handles. I don't know if I'm going to keep eating like this, but it was tremendously beneficial. And I also have an autoimmune disorder. It's called vitiligo, and my vitiligo improved. I had a bunch of white spots fill in, so I don't know. I went into this thing thinking this carnivore diet was wacky, and I probably would think it's nonsense, but this is as good as I felt in a long time, and it's just 1 month. Like a lot better.
Really?
Yeah.
So what would you recommend? Would you recommend people just do that, or do you think you
I think for people who have
that?
an autoimmune disorder, I do believe there are certain people that have an adverse reaction to some plants,
right,
some foods. That's what an elimination diet is all about. It's like trying to find out what are the things that bother you.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like what I did is I just took a lot of multivitamins. I took a bunch of different vitamins and nutrients and supplements on top of this carnivore diet. So I'm only eating meat, but then I'm taking all the essential vitamins and amino acids, and I'm also taking fish oil, so I'm
right,
covering all my nutritional bases,
right?
But I'm not doing it with food. I'm not doing it with plants. I'm only eating grass-fed meat, and then I'm elk, and then on top of that, I'm taking in fat from like bacon. Like bacon, I needed fat because elk in particular is very lean. If I'm only eating elk, if I eat grass-fed beef, I'm fine. But with things like elk, you really do need some extra sources of fat.
If you don't have fat, would you start to feel bad?
Yeah, your body doesn't like it.
No.
Yeah, your body does not want a low-fat diet with low carbohydrates. There's a thing called rabbit starvation. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
People got that in Antarctica. I think it was Antarctica, in the cold climates, where they were shooting rabbits and eating rabbits, and they were literally starving to death, even though they were eating all these rabbits, because the rabbits have no fat on them. So they're only eating this lean protein,
right,
but with no fat at all, and you start feeling like shit.
Oh.
Different explorers have found that too. That when they were living in places and trying to eat only the foods that they could harvest off the land. They're eating animals, like they had to take in fat. If you don't take in fat, you feel really bad. Yeah.
So a little bit. So if you could balance it. So would you say maybe 80%?
This is what I would say. Try it. Just try it a carnivore diet. Try it straight out.
Right.
And I think you'll be amazed at how good you feel. Now, here's the thing. Is that a honeymoon thing? Like, what is it like if you extend that to 90 days or 365 days? Is that you're going to feel like shit eventually?
Right.
Is it going to start breaking your body down?
Right.
I don't know. I only have experience in 30 days. But in my experience in 30 days, it was enormously beneficial.
You did say something in your post about a explosive diarrhea.
It needs to have a new name. Diarrhea is not strong enough for what I was experiencing.
For real?
Yeah, it was like someone was tapping into an oil well.
Ah, jeez.
I have pictures. You want some pictures?
So why was that happening?
Well, I talked to Dr. Sean Baker. He wrote a book on the carnivore diet. He's a physician that's a carnivore diet advocate. He's been eating this way for 2 years.
2 years?
Yep. And he seems to think that it has to do with the colon adjusting to the fact your body doesn't have any dietary fiber. So you're not taking in any rice or bread or anything that's going to absorb the water. So your body's like, what do I do with all this liquid? It's going out the asshole. Woo!
How long did that last?
Around 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks of rocket fuel coming out of your booty hole.
Ah, jeez.
But if you get through it, through it. And Tom Segura is going through it right now.
He is?
Yeah. He sent me a text the other day saying, this diarrhea is astounding.
Oh, no.
Oh, astonishing. That's what he said, astonishing.
Oh, no.
It's not coffee, is it? Because you guys both drink coffee. I'm just asking, just a general question. I mean, 'cause I know you guys both intake a lot.
Bro, it could be
go right
all
through
kinds
you.
of liquids.
Yeah.
Whatever kinds of liquids are coming out of your butt. It's not normal.
I was really getting excited about trying this.
But here's the thing. At the end of that, it all goes away.
Right.
I mean, at the end of 2 weeks, my body adjusted, and now it's not a problem at all.
Really?
Yeah, not a problem at all. Now,
So what's breakfast?
steak. Or eggs. Sometimes, like this morning, it was steak. Yesterday morning, I ate 6 eggs.
Right.
Yeah.
Just woof those down. Lunch?
I don't eat lunch.
Don't eat
Just
lunch.
usually eat 2 meals a day.
Right.
And then the second meal is usually steak,
No steak.
either elk or a beef steak.
I think I've asked you this before, but whenever I think about these diet things, I always picture my family looking at me while they're eating pasta or eating, like, do you feel like an outlier at dinner with your family? Or
No, they knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
They'd made fun of me and shit.
Right.
No big deal. Oh, what are you eating? Steak? You eating steak again?
Right.
My kids are hilarious.
Yeah, that's what I always feel. My kids mock me too.
That's good. That's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't mind.
Yeah.
Nobody bothered. My wife didn't care. Everyone knew I was doing it, so
Right.
it was okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Your wife's not like, come on, have ice cream with us.
No. No, boy, that'd be a problem if she was.
Yeah.
If it looks so good, like, "Damn, ice cream looks good."
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was an eye opener. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, here's the thing about that kind of stuff. You kind of have to commit.
Right.
Like if you just say, I'm going to try to eat healthier, it's too loosely defined.
I know. I was doing the intermittent fasting and lost a good amount of weight, and then it just kind of like plateaued, and I feel like I'd like to be, like 10 pounds lighter, and I'm working out, I'm doing all that stuff, but I feel like it needs something to shock my system to go to it.
Well, nothing will shock your system like this carnivore diet,
Yeah.
including your butthole. But you will lose a lot of weight. I lost a legitimate 12 pounds of fat.
Wow.
Just fat. My face got thinner.
Yeah,
Like when I
you
was
look
washing
thinner.
my face, I would feel, actually it feels a little fatter now because I went through Disneyland.
There's some Disney chunks.
I ate ice cream. I ate a lot of dessert.
And you just had bread.
I actually, not really any fatter, but,
Yeah.
but joking around. Maybe I'm a little swollen.
No, you look leaner.
Well, I was
For real.
I was, I was getting fat. I was developing a gut. Like we did this weigh-in thing, and so many people mocked me.
He's weighing
Joe,
in.
what do you
It's
think
not
Tom and I
fucking-
weigh in together, him on my back?
1,000 pounds.
I said 7,000, but it might be 1,000.
How do you still have those tits?
Jesus, Joe. You look like the dude from fucking Guardians of the Galaxy.
I work out.
I work out. You wear the underwear of a guy who works out.
Oh, you got to get off first.
Yeah, you gotta get off first,
Make it
idiot.
zero. Tap it.
Stupid idiot.
There
You
go.
don't know
Now
weigh
get on
yourself.
it.
Look at your core.
What is it?
205. I was getting a gut though. My stomach was like hanging out. And
Yeah.
also when we came in here to do that, I had it was December 23rd, and my family was in town, and we had eaten like pigs that day.
Right.
So I was
You're bloated.
considerably bloated with food as well because it was
Yeah.
nighttime. We had a nighttime podcast. It was like 10 o'clock or something like that.
Right.
Pretty late podcast.
Yeah.
When we all took our clothes off and got on the scale. So I knew I was probably going to do the carnivore diet anywhere, but that was like, yeah, let's just do it. Let's
Let's
like,
go.
set it in my head. Let's
Right.
just do it.
Yeah.
So knowing that for the month of January, that was all that I was going to eat,
Yeah.
that really helps if you're going to try to stick to something.